Do you want to say a little bit about how experiences are stored in the body?
The simple way for clients, I believe, and not simple, but it's a way of doing it, is that when we have an event, we have a fight and flight response, right? And so our body always goes, oh, let me see if I can fight my way out of it, or oh, let me run. And then we have the freeze option. We also have a conversation part that we might be able to engage, but what we're really looking at here is when we're moving through the body, think about landmines. Like, there's little mines all through the body, because the body takes this fight and flight where we get this massive amount of epinephrine to run, and this massive amount of cortisol comes in so that we don't feel anything while we're running. Those don't get used. So those little chemical hormonal packs come in like little tiny balloons. They just pack up, and then the body just encircles them. So, and there they are. So they're all through our bodies, these little mines, and we don't know where they are. Oftentimes, I get surprised, and I've been doing thousands and thousands of cases, and I still get surprised that I touch into a spot that has a huge amount of explosion with it that I didn't even know. I couldn't even imagine that it would be in these locations, and it's there, and it goes poof. You just go, oh.
I must put I'm getting a reminder that the session is on, so I have to put it on. Yeah. So what I love about that, Steve, is that it's physiological.
Yes. Yes.
And it takes so much pressure off the individual, because we all think it's psychological and that we should be able to shift it from our minds. And the way you spoke about just little bits of epinephrine that never got used. And there's nothing wrong with you because they never got used.
Never. And when we think about it, what happens is that those of us, like you and me, we had all this excess, and there it is. And so if we didn't get treatment because nobody took us for any sort of treatment when we were little, all of that grows and it turns and it shifts. And then all of a sudden we become an adult, and instead of being oppositional defiant or ADHD or restless syndrome, unable to sit still, all these tags that teachers and parents put on us and friends, they all tagged us. Those tags, when we come into an adult, says the psychologist or the psychiatrist comes in and says, you have borderline personality disorder. They're looking for some sort of tag to put on us that makes us psychological and puts us into psychology.
Yeah.
All of these personality disorders. But the truth is, we're over here in physiology. Yeah. We're not in psychology, we're in physiology. Yeah. It takes some psychology. I have to be able to sit in presence. I have to be able to really, really be mindful when I'm coming into work with a client. I have to pray. I pray before every client. When I sit down, I'm just really calming my body, because I don't want to. We had this thing for a while in life where we thought we had to match the vibration. So if the client was like this, we had to come in like this, and then as we slow down, they'll slow down. That doesn't work with developmental trauma. We come in and we're in a restful place, and I quietly sit and I wait, and I'm working, and we're working on support, and we're building trust in your body. We move these from one place to the next, exactly what we're saying we're doing. We don't surprise anybody. We don't get alarmed if something happens. And we wait for them to find us. We wait, our heart is open. so that they can find us and we can repair the early trauma. We can come in and
And
support. Yeah, we
and
want
like you said earlier, it's at the pace that they can their system feels comfortable with, so that'll be small bites so that it can be integrated,
yes.
and no chasing and just waiting and being present.
It is funny, Gerardine, I was just thinking about, diets. There's some mindfulness type of diets where they say just take little bites, use a little plate and take little bites
Yeah.
and, taste it, enjoy it, savor it as it's going in your mouth. And as you swallow it, breathe through and let it rest. And that's what we're doing. That's exactly what we're doing, but we're doing it, in all parts of the body. We're coming in and saying, we're just going to do a little bit, just little pieces.
Yeah.